Hello everyone. I hope you are doing well. Friends, my name is Ankur Goswami. I'm a banking professional and coach. Lots of time, friends, I have noticed people are not able to face an interview in better way. They are not able to answer. They don't know for what particular question what they have to answer actually. So this is the session where I'll actually train you how to face an interview, how to give an answer, what exactly gesture, posture you have to maintain, what sort of story you have to build up. So complete the session. Stay with me till the end of the session. Let's start it. Alright guys, let me tell you one thing. First, understand what is interview exactly. Who the person who is taking an interview, what they exactly want to know. So friends, they exactly want to know like the candidates who is giving an interview that is applicable for that particular role or not. The interviewer, the recruiter will try to identify whether the candidates will able to handle the pressure or not. So overall, whatever concern they do have, whatever parameter they will be evaluating you, what you have to do, you just understand. You have to be positive. You have to, whatever answers you are delivering, you have to be in a positive manner, friends. Yes, they will check your positivity. They will check your optimistic nature. Start with the very first question. The first question, what generally arises, that is, can you please tell me about yourself? That is your self-introduction. So friends, introduction, lots of times I have noticed the people include a lot of things like they include their strength, weakness, their passion, their hobbies, everything in their introduction. But according to the standard introduction, you don't require to include these things. Your introduction would be very crystal, very clear. Start with number one, your name, your hometown, your education background, that is most important part. And apart from that, your family background. And friends, if you have your experience, if you have worked anywhere or working anywhere, then you have to more emphasize on those part. This is very, very important. What exactly you are doing, what sort of profile you are working with, what sort of company you are working with, this is most important. And apart from that, I don't think like weakness is required. And hobbies. What people generally mention about the hobbies, like I love cooking, I love playing cricket. Guys, you love cooking, what does that mean? Like the person who will hire you, your manager will never ask you to cook a food. Then why you are including these kind of sentences, these kind of hobbies? Not required at all. Not required at all. Right? Your introduction would be very simple, with your name, with your hometown, with your education background, family background, and what you have learned recently. What sort of skills you have. You have to mention your skills. And skill doesn't mean you mention I have done computer course. No, not at all. Computer course is not a skill, guys. What you have learned in that computer course, that's a skill. Right? So you have to mention these things very perfectly. For example, let me give you an example. My example itself. So, hi sir, very good evening. My name is Ankur Goswami. I'm from New Delhi. I have done my graduation in 2012 in BSc IT. I have around 15 plus years of experience. I worked with different companies and industries. So if I'm talking about my skills, then so this is the thing, this is the way in which you have to deliver your introduction, self-introduction. I hope guys, you must have a clarity on this, the introduction. All right, now question number 2. What do you know about this job role? So friends, in this situation, you must have a end-to-end knowledge about your roles and responsibility for which you are about to give an interview or you are giving an interview. So this is your basic homework. For example, if you're going for giving an interview for customer service executive, customer care executive, so you do know what exactly the person will be doing in that particular post. From morning to evening, what they will be doing. You must have a great end-to-end information. That is your homework. That is your basic homework, what you have to do before facing an interview. So friends, job role doesn't mean just one line information. No, understand. Interview means interview. If someone is taking an interview, they want to analyze you internally. They want to evaluate you internally. So whatever you know, whatever you have prepared for, just present in front of them. Right? So job role means not a single line. You have to present with a job role in at least 8 to 10 lines in that, whatever role you have applied for, whatever role you are giving an interview. Now, question number 3. What do you know about this industry? Friends, understand. Number of people are giving an interview. Number of people might be with you as well. 10, 12, 15, 20 for that particular post. But how can you make yourself like, you are the only one, you are the only person or the candidate who will be getting selected? How this get happen? How? So for that, you will have to be very unique. Very unique. If you will be presenting yourself, if you will be delivering your answers in unique style, trust me, interviewer will consider you guys. Yes. So if someone will ask, what do you know about this industry? For example, this is a platform of finance. So let's say an example, BFSI industry. You are going for an interview for banking industry. Just take an example. Banking, BFSI is a part of banking only. So you have to mention, so BFSI. So banking is a part of BFSI only. BFSI industry is one of the largest growing industry. It is one of the industry which contribute a lot in our Indian economy. Lots of, crores of people are working in this industry. And they are growing day by day. They are growing month by month and year by year. So this is the industry. If any bank will get closed or any bank will in a loss, then it will be directly impact to our Indian economy. So this is the way in which you have to deliver. You have to answer about the industry. As same like your job role, you have to do your homework about knowing the industry, end-to-end knowledge. And again, guys, if you are answering anything about job role, specifically about industry, about company, then statistics and data is most important. You have to do your research before an interview. That's a basic rule. You have to do a research. And in that research, you have to know, you have to do your homework about statistics, about data, about numbers. So for industry as well. The number of companies working, the number of companies that are profitable in this industry, you have to mention that because this answer only will make you unique. All right, next, very, very important question. Lots of people, number of candidates get stuck in this question. Question is, if you have any gap in your career, can you give us a clear explanation? Why there is a gap in your career or in education? So many times I notice people completed their graduation. There's no gap in after 10th, 12th and graduation. But after graduation, they might have some sort of gaps. Then they start working. Gap of 1 year, 2 year. See, if there is a gap of 1 year, that can be easily, easily answerable. How? So in this 1 year, I had some medical emergency. Guys, again, medical emergency is a very common question, very common answer. I think 99% give this excuse. Medical emergency. But in 1 year gap, it can be accepted. It can be considered. But on other hand, if you will have a huge gap like 4 years, 5 years, then what will happen? For example, you have completed your graduation without any gap, but suddenly you have a gap of 4 years, 5 years, then what would be your answer? If you will mention medical emergency, then there will be a huge question mark. If you will be answering, sir, I was preparing for government exams, then again a huge question mark. Note point is, friends, never mention you were preparing or you are preparing for government jobs. Never mention this. You have to mug it up. don't mention that you are interrelated or you are associated with any sort of government preparations. Why the reason? The reason is very simple. Once you will, if you will get hired in that company, then recruiter will think, yeah, if I'll hire this person, might be they might still preparing for that particular exam, then here his or her focus will be in that exam only. Then how he or she will be focused on our work? So it will get hampered. That's the reason you won't have to mention any sort of things like you are engaged with. For example, I'm pursuing MBA. No, don't say. If you have completed your MBA, that's a good part. If you're preparing, it doesn't make any sense. Trust me, it doesn't make any sense because you are pursuing, you have not completed. Right? Even if you are doing something, if you are in the mid of something, if you are preparing for government exams, if you will be mentioning these things, there will be a question mark. Right? So try to avoid mentioning these terms. Now, guys, come to the point for more than 2 years or 3 years gap in like after graduation. So in that case, you can easily mention, sir, in these days I was working as a coach in my local institute. I was working as a teacher. Don't use the word tutor. Don't use the sentence, I used to give a tuition classes. I was working as a tutor. No need to use that words. Instead of using tutor, instead of using tuition, you might use, sir, I was working as a trainer in my local institute. And you have to mention the subject. Friends, whatever reason for that you have taken a gap, no need to worry about that. Just you have to mention, you have to fill the gap with the answer of you were teaching somewhere. You were giving training somewhere. You were engaged in some training sort of workshops, right? For these 4 years, 3 years. So you have to create a story in this perspective only. Okay? Instead of saying, many of people say like, I was working on my skills. So question will arise on that. 4 years. So 4 years you were working on your skills. What exactly you were working for, right? So this is not a correct answer. Correct answer to fill a gap, just that is a simple thing. Yes, sir, I was doing something else, but that something else must be related to your training, would be related to your some teaching parts. All right, no other thing, no other thing. All right, guys. So that would be a great explanation, okay, to fill a gap. Now, next question. So this is again the very common question. The key strength. What are your strengths? What are your strengths? So in strengths, number of people mention the same thing. I'm a quick learner. I'm optimistic. I have good learning skills. I can learn lots of things. Blah 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 blah. What unique you have? So uniqueness is, sir, I am a optimistic person. I am a person who can I have a bit of habit where I can identify the problem and try to resolve it as soon as possible. Like in short, I am a sort of problem solver. I'm a problem analytics or analysis person. I really love to find out the problem, because if something is going very smooth, there must be some loopholes. If something is going very, very sharp, then I think there will be some sort of problem is going to happen. So in that case, you have to mention in your strength part. Yeah, definitely you have to use those parts as well. I'm a quick learner. I learn from others. I learn from my mistakes. I'm optimistic. You can use these words, right? I am ready to take responsibilities. I'm very passionate about my work. These are the strengths. Yes, obviously. These are the strengths. And apart from that, yes, I am a problem solver. I really like to identify the problem and try to solve as soon as possible. You can do that. You can mention these things. That will make you unique somewhere. Now, next question. Very common and very that kind of question. People or candidates get stuck in this. And due to this question, they are not able to clear this. They are not able to get selected. Question is weakness. uh, people speak about the weakness. So I'm very emotional. I'm very emotional. Sir, I can't face unfair activities. So these things the people speak about. No, it's your weakness. It's your mistake that you're not able to get hired by the company. Not at all. Never mention these things. Never mention, because it will hamper your work. Trust me. What you have to mention, what answer you have to deliver, which will make you some unique. So answer would be weakness. Yes, sir. Everyone has a weakness. I think I also have some weakness, but I have never identified that weakness which will hamper my work. Correct. So my friends, lots of time, my friends have mentioned like I am very bad at dancing. I'm very bad at singing. I'm very bad at writing. My handwriting is very bad. So, however, it's not hampering my work, but I'm working on that. And very soon it will get resolved. This would be your answer. And if you are answering in this way, guys, trust me, you will be in category of uniqueness. You will be in unique category. Trust me. So never mention anything what actually weakness you have, because whenever you will say, sir, I am emotional, it give you a negative sentence. It give you a negative sense, right? So interview, you are giving an interview, friends. And if you are giving an interview, you have to be positive at all aspects. All right. Now, next question. Why should we hire you? Why? Why should we hire you? In this case, you have to give whatever you have learned, whatever you have done your practice, like strength. Why should we hire you? You have to mention all the strengths what you have, all the strengths. So in this question, what I think few people have answered like, sir, I am very energetic. I'm very enthusiastic. I know lots of things. So if I'll be joining your company, then your company will grow a lot. Your company will be profitable, beneficial by my entry. That's not a true answer. That's not. You are not a scholar. Understand? You are giving an interview for a entry role, not for the scholar, not for the CEO of the company. You're not giving an interview for CEO. Correct? That's CEO role. CEO can answer it, but you can't. Understand? You will be giving an interview for the fresher, for the entry role. So answer would be very simple, which is related to your strengths, which will give you a reflection of your strengths, right? And why should we hire you? Very good question, very good answer with you, along with your strengths. So you have to answer, I think all recruiter or all company required a person who have long-term vision. I am the one who have long-term vision. I am not looking for any kind of job or any kind of company where I'll work for a few months and then I switch. Not at all. I am a fresher. So being a fresher, if I'll join a company, I will work on my skills and grow with the company. That should be your answer. Correct? And even after few years, sir, trust me, you have to answer like this. So after few years, trust me, sir, you will be the only one who will say, that candidate, Amit, that is a Ravindram. He's hired by me only. I'm really proud of him. So that statement will be given by you. That's why I think you should hire me. All right, guys, I think you are getting my points. If you have any kind of confusion, concern, query, you can just put those things on comment box. Now, next question. Where do you see yourself after 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, and so on? Where do you see yourself? So, guys, answer would be very simple. Lots of students mention, lots of candidates mention the answer is like, sir, I'll be looking myself at your position. I'll be looking myself like a manager of the company. I'll be looking myself like any particular post they mention. You won't have to mention the designation or the post. No. Sir, right now I am a fresher and I'm really glad that you are considering me. And if I'll get hired, then after 2 years, I'll be looking myself very skilled. more skilled. I'll be looking myself experienced. Right now, I'm a fresher. I have a theoretical knowledge, but not a practical. So I'll be looking myself with a practical experts. And anywhere, in any of the vertical, if I'll be working, anyone will get stuck with any concern, with any particular things, the people will ask my name. The people will raise my name. That this is a problem. The solution of this problem with Ravindram only. The solution of the problem with this Ravi only. So Ravi has expertise of this particular problem. That thing I want to be after 2 years or 3 years and so on. This would be an answer which is actually a unique answer and will create you in a category of uniqueness, guys. Now the next question, and almost the last question, lots of in so many interviews, salary expectations. So you have to handle it very wisely, guys. Salary expectation. First, you have to do research for that particular industry and the particular profile. What salary is going on? What salary is happening? What the trend is going on in terms of salary? So you have to do your research, right? And on that research, on that basis, see, salary expectations, it has lots of cases. Number one, might be you're getting a job at your hometown. Number two, you are getting a job, you have to relocate some other city. So if you are getting a job in your hometown, then your main objective would be your skills, your learning ability, whatever you have done so far, if you are experienced, right? And how your experience will be counting in these upcoming assignments. And if you are fresher, then your learning skills, whatever you have learned so far, how can you execute those things? And again, you have to mention that particular line, sir or ma'am. Every company, every recruiter need a person who has long-term vision, who has long-term targets, long-term goals. I am one of them. And if you are shifting to any other city, in that case, you have to, along with these answers, you have to mention, ma'am or sir, I'll be relocating to any other city. So there will be more expenses. So I have to manage that. So that's why my expectation is this. Guys, you have to expect more salary. Because, for example, if you are fresher, then let me tell you, for BFSI industry, if you are from any of the city, any state, salary would be between 15,000 to 25,000. Right? If someone is offering you 17, 18, then you can ask for 25 or 24. If you are asking for 25, they might get stuck on 20 or 21. So that kind of salary expectation, and never shy on speaking or raising the high salary. No, it's actually, you won't have to worry about that. Right? It doesn't mean if expectation, it doesn't mean if trend is for 15,000, you are asking for 50,000. It doesn't mean that. No, that's wrong. That's wrong. So as I said, you have to do your research. You have to do your homework for the salary expectations. What salary trend is going on? Accordingly, you can negotiate with them. All right, guys. I think I am very clear and very loud to everyone. I think I have given the more clarity on these questions. Right? If you have any query, if you think I skip any of the important questions, then you can mention on the same on comment box. Definitely I will revert you. So friends, as I said, I am Ankur Goswami. I have 15 plus years of experience. So you can connect with me on LinkedIn. You can send me a connection request. I'll definitely accept it. And on the chat box, on the comment message box, we will be having a conversation. I hope you're doing well. Just keep working on your skills. Keep learning. I'll be there with you for new job updates and new wonderful sessions. Thank you so much. Take care. Have a nice day.